All right. You got one viewer. Can I get more? Two? All right. My opinion. I'm a smart guy. I'm gonna try to share this stream so more people can get in here. I know I don't usually stream shit like this, but oh, okay. I'm up to 3. Got some shit here going on. But anyway, I definitely want to talk about recent events, current events. As you know, currently I live in Dallas, Texas. But I was born and raised in Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin. But I also live 5 minutes away from Kenosha. Kenosha, has just had a police-involved shooting, which is, I believe, is like the most umpteenth one this year. And from what I saw from the video, it was a guy walking to his car. Cops were telling him to stop with their guns drawn. He tries to get in his car. The cops shoot him in the back like 7 times. Basically, my initial reaction, because it was a small clip and I didn't see the context. Beforehand. Was I did react kind of. I was kind of mad at the cops. I mean, it was I didn't think it was just. I still kind of have mixed opinions on it. I'll talk about that later. But I still, I was mad. I was mad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's fucked up. They just shot that dude in the back. They didn't have to shoot him. They could have tried to tase him and everything. But I do want. I mean, but after further review, more clips start to leak. I saw, I saw him brandishing something in his hand, which I just read up and it said, and the guy who got shot admitted that he had a knife. And I looked closely because the quality was shitty. But I looked closely and the guy did have a knife and he admitted to it. All right, Jacob Blake admitted that he had a knife. And I saw him wrestling with the police and everything. I listened closely to the audio and they were telling him to drop the knife. They were telling him, hey, drop the knife, drop the knife. They could have shot him right then and there as soon as he freaking got up. They could have shot him right then and there if they really wanted to kill him, but they gave him a chance. They were telling him, drop the knife, don't leave, drop the knife. And they shot him. Once he went into his car, they shot him. His kids were in the car. I just found that out just recently too. His kids were in the car, and I mean it's just a fucked up situation all around. But my stance on it has changed. It's I don't like the fact that that I fell for this. That I fell for this this bullshit. They can't. I mean, this guy was blatantly resistant. Even like after reevaluating the short clip, I mean, the guy was gonna walk away from the cops like wasn't shit gonna happen and everything. And I mean, even if he didn't go in his car and try to get something, Say, he drove off, the cops would have had to chase him, right? And then they would have put more people in danger, with his kids in danger, because he would have probably sped off. All right, because I'm guessing if he's driving away from the cops, he really wants to get away. He's not going to drive at a snail's pace. He's going to be driving 90 up the road, and he's going to risk killing, killing, you know, an innocent bystander, crashing, hurting his kids, crashing, hurting himself. So as a cop, your duty is not to just protect yourself, it's to protect other people. They were thinking about other people. If they let this possible violent criminal off, and let him, if they let this possibly violent criminal drive off, ain't no telling what could have happened. They have to leave no variables, unturned. So, oh, did you deserve to get shot in the back many, many, many times? Not really. And the guy is alive. He's not dead. He's paralyzed from the waist down. And they say it'll be a miracle before he can even walk again. So he survived. I mean, he was airlifted to Freighter, which is probably the best hospital in Wisconsin. Freighter has probably the best care anybody can get. I mean, outside of the Mayo Clinic in the around that area. But I'm really like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself and I look fucking ugly without my beard. I'm really like angry, at the fact that all of this is just that all these riots are happening. George Floyd's situation, even with the additional footage, I don't think that he deserved to die at all. Breonna Taylor, I'm actually mad about. All right, because I'm actually against no knock drug raids and all that shit. I'm against that shit. So Breonna Taylor, I will march for. I think I have been a BLM rallies and march for Breonna Taylor, but as far as these riots go, yeah, I mean that's some real Nazi shit. No knock warrants. I'm surprised that I'm sorry, I read the comments there. I know not many people are in the live chat. We only got about 3 people in the live chat right now, but I do want for anybody who sees this probably later on. Um, I do want people to leave their opinion in the comments below. But anyway, yeah, I'm surprised that Breonna Taylor isn't getting as much exposure as George Floyd. I mean, she's definitely getting exposure. She's not being ignored or anything by BLM, but if anything, like if you want other people to get on your side, I would have milked Breonna Taylor, because that was an unjustifiable killing. She was killed in her sleep. She was sleeping. So that's my opinion on that. I mean, I understand. I understand the cause. I understand why all this shit's happening and why you want to riot and you want to tear shit up. Because you're mad, you're angry, and everything. But this ain't the way to do it. This ain't the way to do it at all. And say, oh, we tried being peaceful. We tried doing. First of all, no, you haven't. You haven't really tried being peaceful. Most of the shit always went down as soon as the riots happened. Um, yeah, a lot of these riots were not peaceful when they started. And I don't mean the riots that happened recently in 20. I mean, not riots, but protests or so-called protests that happened in 2020. I'm talking about the ones all the way back from when Black Lives Matter first started, when the Ferguson incident happened, and all that shit that happened. Those were not peaceful. All right, there's been riots and everything, and all that shit. But I I am like very sick of these riots and everything. I mean, this ain't helping us in the slightest. All right, you're giving them more of a reason to kill us. You're giving them more of a reason to mark us as troublemakers. And if you want to be treated equally, you got to give us a better name than this. You got to show that we are a civilized type of people, and that's just, I mean, that's how Martin Luther King, helped end segregation. Yeah, he was shot. Yeah, he was killed. But you know what, man? Like, he took a bullet for the cause, man. I mean, and it worked out because, we could drink from the same water fountains and we can go to the same schools. Basically, what I'm saying is we need to find a better way to express ourselves rather than throwing a complete, temper tantrum. All right. As a child, when I threw temper tantrums, I got my ass beat. And that's pretty much what's happening now. I do want to address the shooting that happened in the riot in Kenosha. Um, the riots have produced a lot of destruction of businesses. So, a lot of a group of people formed some sort of militia to protect these businesses. One of them happened to be a 17-year-old boy who was there, who came from Illinois to Wisconsin, brandishing a rifle. Now, I do believe that it is illegal for a kid to carry a rifle. For a 17-year-old boy to carry a rifle, you have to be 18 to carry a rifle, can carry a rifle, and yeah. I think his name was Kyle Lewis. Mr. Kyle Lewis was not 18. So, but he went to help defend a car dealership. Of course, they butted heads with the protesters or rioters. They basically, just made threats to him. One of the guys even said, "Shoot me, N-word." I'm not even monetized. Shoot me, nigga. That's what he said. A white dude was saying, "Shoot me, nigga. Shoot me, nigga." And eventually, it escalated. There was a Molotov cocktail thrown at the car dealership. I don't know by who. I don't think it was by that particular individual. And from what I saw in the video, they were running after the building. They were running at the building. The kid saw the bald dude running with his face covered and everything. I think like nailed him, headshot, like straight up headshot. Took him out. The kid starts taking off running and everything, and his friends are chasing him. Right, he gets caught. He's getting his ass kicked. All right, and they're trying to take away his rifle. He shoots one of them. One of them in a solar plexus area. He crumples up and eventually dies later on. And one of the other guys has a pistol, and starts pointing it at him. And I saw this like unedited footage. Blows dude's arm almost off. A big chunk of his arm is missing. That shit is done. He's getting that shit cut off. Damn. I mean, first off, technically, the guy has the kid has been arrested. Technically, what he did was illegal, and it don't look good for him. I'm hoping that they at least let him off with I hope he gets off somehow. I do know that you can still have the right to defend yourself, but it is a misdemeanor to carry a gun while underage. So they may charge him with that misdemeanor. That's the best case scenario. Best case scenario is he gets charged with that misdemeanor and gets off on the other charges. Don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to actually happen. He could go to prison for the rest of his life. You know, and the kid wanted to be a cop. So two people are dead, and a third is injured. He did shoot and injure one too. So yeah, he shot and injured the guy who tried to brandish the pistol. So as far as my opinion on that, um, I do want to. I really want to like I don't want to defend him, but I'm like, come on, man. I think it's just my bias against the rioters. Like, I hope he gets out. Yeah, legally he was in the wrong, but I'm like, dude, he should not have been there. But and I'm going to go back to the Jacob Blake case. Jacob Blake wasn't supposed to be at a house. I think he got kicked out of a house, and he refused to return the keys. That's a story that I read on it. I don't know if that's true. Take it with a grain of salt. But he did refuse to return the keys and everything. He was not trying to break up a fight. I don't care what um what they say. He was not trying to break up a fight. He already had a warrant for, I think it was sexual assault. The police were called on him in particular because, yeah, he was not supposed to be there. And that's where all the shit ensued. So he wasn't supposed to be there. The kid wasn't supposed to be there. What the hell happened to my neck? But the kid, the kid shouldn't be locked up in jail or anything in that matter. He was defending himself. He was defending a business, which they were attacking, and he defended himself. Against attackers who were essentially trying to kill him because they killed his friend who was attacking the building and charging at him. So yeah. So that's my opinion on that. Um, all in all, though, I think that these riots um, are going to get worse. I think they're going to spread like wildfire, and it's going to come, eventually come to everybody's town. It's eventually going to spread throughout the United States, and it could be like a Civil War II or something like that going on here. I know it sounds. I watch a lot of Tim Pool too, and take that in consideration. But I know it sounds like craziness, but the more I see it, man, the more I see it, it's just looking to be that way. So I thought I'd just quickly give my opinion and what my true thoughts on it are. I currently, am just doing my thing right now, man. Like, I got a new job as a level 2 security guard. I'm gonna try to get my level 3, and I'm gonna try to get myself a gun too, or get myself armed up. Like, I have some hunting knives here. This bad boy right here, but I don't think these gonna do. I think I need me, a nice pistol with some firepower. You know, a cheap one, maybe around 150 or 200 or $300. Around that time, around that. So that's what I plan on doing. I suggest you all arm yourselves. You know, at least arm yourselves. You know, at least be prepared. You know, be prepared for shit to pop off because I feel like more shit's gonna keep happening. And after after we cross like some sort of some sort of line, I mean, we'll be beyond a point of no return. So that's my 2 cents for now. I know this ain't exactly a professional looking blog or anything, but like I give a shit about professionalism right now. I got better things to do than just be spend 5 to 16 hours a day editing a goddamn video together. Um, I just want you all to be safe out there, no matter whose side you're on, no matter who you agree with. I want to give a shout out to some family. Ricky Neal Jr. You know, you may not agree with how I am or what I've said on social media, but you know, you're still my cousin. I still love you. I hope that if you were attacked by anybody, I would defend you. But I don't stand for extremism in the slightest. It's a shame that you had to block me. Luther Egerson III. I don't freaking appreciate you threatening me, and if it does persist, if it does persist, I have those threats you made to me screenshotted, and there will be consequences. I will have somebody send them over to your base. And if you do see me on the street, you better get me. You better get me right away. You better catch me lacking as humanly possible, because I'm not coming back to Wisconsin empty-handed. You know, I'm gonna have something on me, and if I do get a chance to use it, man, I'm going to sleep like a baby. I'm not going to care about what your mother thinks. I'm not going to care about what your father thinks. I'm not going to care about what I'm not going to mourn over you. So I ask you not to do anything fucking stupid. Um, so that's everyone I want to address. So y'all have a nice day.